Hello everybody! Welcome to Weekly Recap 8 from days 186. Today I'm recording the videos 191, 92. So actually you won't see this probably until 194, but hey. So what's been going on this week? If you've been following the daily videos, the problem has been Android. When I had my last app, must have been 3-4 years ago, Android was the most amazing experience compared to Apple. It was smooth, it was quick, it was almost slick, I would like to use. The word you put in your app within 12 to 24 hours, you get your response, even the first time we did it. Now, something seems to have changed. They've gone completely the opposite way. Now what you have to do is get your app that you've been building for the last 6 months, that you've been testing for the last 3 weeks, and you have to go out now and put it in a test for 12 people for 14 days to test it again for some reason. And not only that, those 12 people have to be random 12 people. If they think, like what happened to us, it's testing your testers or your developers, they don't allow it. And they don't tell you till the end, and they don't give you reports, and they don't do anything. It's just so annoying. So basically what we did, we launched on Apple within 48 hours on October the 8th, or the 10th I think it was, waited 14 days till October 24th, to do on Android to get it approved, and then they said, oh sorry, we don't accept the testers that you used. They weren't wide enough and they didn't log in enough. So you're going to have to get different testers and start all over again. And you're like, well, where do you want me to get testers from? I can't just bring out Android users. I got iPhone users, but I just Android users to say, go on there, press this link, press that. Come on, guys. If anyone from Android is listening, or Google Play, whatever it is, come on, go back to the old way. We're not releasing apps that are rubbish. I mean, they might be rubbish, but we're not releasing apps that haven't been tested. Go and test them like you used to for 12 hours and just go through them, make sure they do everything they want. It's not that hard. You don't need to closed loop test it. But obviously my reach isn't big enough. No one's really going to listen to this video, so I'm just ranting to whoever's watching this video, probably the 3 or 4 people who have lasted more than 30 seconds on this. But that's the major issue that we're having right now. That's what's going on every day. The app itself, users are ticking up. I think we're at 118 users, 19 users. They're ticking up daily. But still we have the issue that no one's really using the app. That's the problem. It's worrying, right? You have the users building up, but they're not using the app. Now, is it the community without the audience? So you're posting a question, you're not getting responses, so you kind of give up, or is it the fact that it just isn't very good, no one understands? There have been a couple of feedbacks, actually 2 feedbacks that were very, very similar. They're like, look, when I go through the questions, I don't want to have to then go through more questions about the question. But what I forgot to add is that vibe part, that section where you can pick particular people to answer, is optional. You don't have to go through it. You don't have to do it. So little things like that make a huge difference. So when I got that, I went to my URL and said, hey, look, let's make it optional. Or put the word optional there so people know they don't have to fill it in if they don't want to. They put a category, they ask the question, that's it, they're off to go. So that was good feedback. Lots of bugs that not bugs, little adjustments, little color adjustments. We actually hired a QA, a quality assurance guy that's gone through the app, found bugs, not bugs, but things weren't happening as they were supposed to. So many little things, like if you press like twice fast, it does a double like. If you press follow, it doesn't give you the right message. So things like that are just kind of all adding up to make the app better. Look, I'm not too fussed right now because the marketing hasn't really started. So I'm still working with Hez, I'm gonna call him Hez for short, to try to get the marketing up and running. We haven't done anything so far. In live production, we're still putting the messaging together. They want to do a video shoot, next week with some idea they've come up with. They really haven't gone out to content creators yet. They haven't done anything. They're just putting all the bases together, base together to start the marketing. So I'm not too bothered about that. And because it's now coincided with the Android failure, I'm kind of, waiting a little bit for even slowing them down a bit because I need to have it out on Android. I do not want people to go to an app store, put Blinkr, and then not finding it. Blinkr app. Blinkr app, Blinkr app, Blinkr app. That would be like, you lose a customer right there and then. So I'm hoping they come up with some good ideas to look at the text, to look at some videos, to look at some scripts, see some ideas, see it start generating. We really need to start pushing on within the next month and kind of go out there with the messaging. There was a great video on TikTok about someone that was saying, look, the next $1 billion idea is an app that's going to be anti-AI. And basically that it's making sure that humans are responding to other humans, as people have just had enough of AI. So that kind of gave me a little bit of hope that maybe, we have a chance here. But the early signs are a little bit worrying that we have 120 users and really no one's using the app as much. It might just be the lack of community, but only time will tell. Got to go through it, do the next 3 months of marketing, see what happens, and then we can decide on where we're going from there. So going forward, Android, or once we have the users on there, they should be done. If anyone's watching this as an Android user who would like to help us, doesn't matter, just let me know. I will send you a link and I'll send you the testing link and you can get on and you can use the app, you can try the app, and it's live, it's just apparently you're a tester. That's our kind of focus for the next 14 days. Marketing, obviously focusing on that. Day 200 is coming up as well by the time I think I speak to you next. No, it's 191. I think the end of next week is day 200. Been doing this for 200 days. That's sobering to hear. That's a lot. I haven't missed a day for 200 days. Wow, life has changed in that time. I'm still going. And that's the exciting part. I'm still going. I'm still at it. I'm still giving this a chance. I still want this to succeed. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy as an entrepreneur to get to that and keep going without investors, without getting paid, without anything, but we'll get there. Always smiling. You've always got to be smiling. I think there's a great guy on Instagram, Andrew Glaze, and he says if you're not smiling, you're not doing it right. So he's a runner, so I like to follow him. Ultra runner, does like 100 miles and 200 miles and 240 Moab overnight over 5 days. Crazy. Good on him. Anyway, coming up to 9 minutes. I think that's enough for this week. My YouTube channel is almost up to 2,000 people. I really appreciate that. That's 2,000 people. I'm still nowhere near the 3 million. Let me have a look. I need 3 million public views of my shorts, and I'm only at, how can I only be at 5.8 thousand? That sounds a little bit low. And I need 3,000 watched of these videos, 3,000 public hours of watched. I'm only at 2 or 3. So I'm never gonna start earning from YouTube unless I do something viral, and I don't know what to do viral. I'm gonna keep trying. Anyway, back to the point. Blinkr app, Blinkr app, Blinkr app, Blinkr app. Download it from the iOS store. Android coming soon. Please follow me on this channel. Please like this, please share it as much as you can do to help. Would be great. Humans helping humans. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the people that comment every day on my shorts as well. Thank you so much, guys. Right, have a nice week. We'll speak to you all next week, hopefully with different updates. All right, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.